CUNY TV that we're now live.
Okay, good. Good afternoon. I will ask the Secretary of the Board to please call attendance so we can be sure we have a quorum.
Chairperson Brian Obergefell.
Present.
Great. Vice Chairperson Sandra Wilkin is absent and excused. Trustee Michael Arvanites.
Present.
Great. Trustee Ferrer. We'll see if he joins us. Trustee Myra Linares Garcia.
Present.
Terrific. Professor Okome is the
Present.
faculty alternate. Great. I don't see Maxwell Velakadny or Deanna St. Hilaire, the student trustees. And here's Trustee Ferrer. We're going to let him in.
Good.
Okay. And let's just give that 1 second, Brian. And
Sure.
Trustee Ferrer is connecting to audio. Hi, Trustee Ferrer. We just took a roll call, so I will mark you present. Okay, we have a quorum. This public meeting of the Committee on Facilities Planning and Management is now called to order pursuant to the New York State Legislature's recent extension of the suspension of required in-person meetings under the Open Meetings Law. This meeting is being held remotely via video conference with access to the public session available on the CUNY Board of Trustees website. A copy of the calendar and agenda of items is also available online at the CUNY Board of Trustees website, and additional items may be added during the meeting. As a reminder, please mute so we can ensure that everyone can hear. I will now take a roll call attendance from members of the Chancellery. Members of the Chancellery, please respond present when you hear your names. Chancellor Matos Rodriguez.
Present.
General Counsel and Senior Vice Chancellor for Legal Affairs, Derek Davis.
Present.
Executive Vice Chancellor and Chief Operating Officer, Hector Batista.
Presente.
Excellent. And I welcome our new Vice Chancellor, Mohammed Atala. Welcome to your first committee meeting.
Present.
Gustavo Ordonez, Associate General
Present.
Counsel. Scott Burrell from this.
Present.
Great. Ali Vedavars.
Present.
Terrific. And President Eanes is the new COPS liaison to the committee. Welcome, President Eanes.
Present. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Gail. Now let's turn to the items requiring a vote today. Given that all board members are participating remotely via Zoom and we cannot see one another, I will announce the resolutions and ask for members to respond only if you would like to abstain or oppose an item. Otherwise, your vote will be recorded as a yes vote. If you are voting no or abstaining, please state your name and vote. Additionally, if you wish to second an item or have any questions, please state your name first for the record, and let's try to avoid speaking over one another. We will take up the following items for approval. Action items. Action item 1A is the approval of the minutes of June 8th, 2021 meeting. I move the approval of action item 1A. Do I have a second?
Second, Linares Garcia.
Thank you. Any discussion? Okay, we will now vote. Please only respond if you would like to abstain or oppose. Okay, carries unanimously. I would now like to address items on the policy calendar. Policy item 1B1 is a resolution to authorize a lease amendment to extend the term for Gutman Community College lease. I will now call on Vice Chancellor Mohammed Atala to provide further background on this item.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. In order to provide the university with additional time to locate, plan, and build out a permanent location for Gutman, the university will be renewing Gutman's current lease at 50 West 40th Street for an additional term to commence on January 1st, 2024 and expires on June 30th, 2027. The annual base rent commencing on January 1st, 2024 will be about $5 $1,687,500 with a 2% annual increase thereafter. The university negotiated, and this negotiated fee is less than the current payment of about $7 million. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I move the approval of item 1B1. Do I have a second?
Linares Garcia, second.
Thank you. Any discussion?
Yes, is this,
Yes, Michael.
are we locked into the lease until 2027, just in case the new facility is up and running before then? Is there a way to exit the lease, or is that a guarantee that we're going to be at West 40th until 2027?
It's most probably will be there within the time. We need that time frame in order to plan and implement a permanent home for Gatman.
I'm just being optimistic.
Any further comments? Okay, we will now vote. Please only respond if you would like to abstain or oppose. Okay, hearing none, carries unanimously. Policy item 1B2 is a resolution to authorize a lease amendment to expand the leased premises for the School of Labor and Urban Studies. I will now call on Vice Chancellor Mohammed Atalia to provide further background on this item.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This item is for the School of Labor, and the School of Labor has had a sizable growth in enrollment this past year. And also it projects significant and continuing annual growth for at least the next 5 years. The school has, as an example actually of space issues, the School of Labor had to vacate the library at a certain point to make space available and to accommodate staff and workstations. So the space provided will allow for this growth in enrollment and to allow space for administrative staff. The School of Labor currently operates in about 30,000 rentable square feet, and with this resolution will authorize an additional 15,000 square feet, and that is about 50% of additional space. And the additional space is scheduled to commence in September 2022, and it will expire also with the existing lease on September 30th, 2031. The annual base rent for the additional premises for years 1 to 5 is about $882,296 annually, and with year 6 and further out, it will be about $973,568. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I move the approval of item 1B2. Do I have a second?
Second, Arvanites.
Thank you, Michael. Any discussion? Okay, we will now vote. Please only respond if you would like to abstain or oppose. Okay, hearing none, carries unanimously. Policy item 1B3 is a resolution to authorize renovations of the firehouse building at the City College of New York. I will now call on Vice Chancellor Mohammed Atalia to provide further background on this item.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The City College Firehouse is an off-campus building that originally served as a fire department of New York Fire Station, and is currently underutilized as a maintenance storage. On the other side, on the other hand, the City College's Master of Fine Arts program is in various spaces across multiple buildings on campus and needs to be consolidated and upgraded facilities. This project will completely modernize the building and provide new studios, new classrooms, new administrative spaces, energy efficient equipment, energy efficient HVAC equipment, also a rooftop addition to house critique areas, and provide student display areas. Furthermore, a new ground floor gallery space will host community functions and will allow collaboration with local community and the local Harlem artists. The construction for this project is anticipated to commence by March 2022 and would be substantially complete by June 2024. The estimated total cost for the project is about 18 million, and the fund has been appropriated by the city and the state for a maximum not to exceed $18 million. Thank you.
Thank you. I now move the approval of item IB3. Do I have a second, please?
Correa seconds.
Thank you, Freddie. Any discussion? Okay, we will now vote. Please only respond if you would like to abstain or oppose. Okay, hearing none, motion carries unanimously. Policy item 1B4 is a resolution to authorize the renovations of the Mossack Hall Plaza and roof at City College of New York. The university just received information from DASNY that the construction bids for this project are higher than DASNY originally estimated. As a result, I move to lay over policy item 1B4 until our next committee meeting on November 22nd, 2021, to give the university and DASNY time to analyze these bids. Do I have a second?
Second, Linares Garcia.
Okay. Item 1B4 has been laid over into November 22, 2021. Okay, final item. Policy item 1B5 is a resolution to authorize phase 1 upgrades to the emergency power backup network at Lehman College. I now call on Vice Chancellor Mohammed Atalia to provide further background on this item.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The university desires to upgrade Lehman College's existing emergency generator infrastructure and to provide increased capacity and provide emergency backup to the new nursing education research and practice center that is currently being constructed in Lehman campus. The project scope will be divided into 2 phases. Excuse me. This submission is related to phase 1 only. And phase 1 includes a scope that will increase the emergency generator capacity of the south half of the Lehman College campus so that it's sufficient to support the new nursing building and consist of the installation of new emergency generator, also an in-kind replacement of the current 500 kilowatt generator located within the speech and theater building, and the related cabling and infrastructure. The design of the phase 1 upgrade is completed and the university is ready to proceed to construction, and estimate that total cost of phase 1 upgrades will be about $13 million. The New York State has appropriated capital funding in the same amount for an amount that not to exceed $13 million. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I move the approval of item 1B5. Do I have a second?
Correa seconds.
Thank you, Freddie. Any discussion? Okay, we will now vote. Please only respond if you would like to abstain or oppose. Hearing none, motion carries unanimously. With no more items on the agenda, I move to adjourn this meeting. Do I have a second?
Linares Garcia, second.
Thank you. This meeting is adjourned. Be safe and well, everybody. Bye.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Brian. Thank